If you're seeing this video, know that it is meant for you. I'm not going to put any trending audios, hashtags, yada yada. You get the gist. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Matt. I'm a psychic medium, and I'm here to deliver you guys some messages today. I've been tapping into multiple different collective energies, and we'll get into it. But before we do, I just want to make you guys aware of scammers. They are out there. They're hard to, it's like whack-a-mole. They're hard to get rid of. I'm going to put my information below, but the only way to contact me is through my email, madspiritual44@gmail.com. The only way to book a reading with me is through the link in my bio. I will never contact you first. My TikTok is madspiritual44 and my Instagram is madspiritual444. If any account is contacting you, or email, or whatever the case is, with a different handle or like, I guess, username or whatever the case is, like, it's not me. Just know that. Okay, let's get into it. So I've been feeling this very like grounded energy. Like, I feel like things are about to take off for you in so many ways. It does feel like you're coming into alignment with like all aspects of yourself. It does feel like there's sort of this peace surrounding you. You know, I feel like peace, calm, you know, it's like this almost well-rested feeling. Bricks could be significant. Also, I'm hearing like brick and mortar. Maybe somebody's getting a brick home or like redoing their bricks on their home or something. Maybe, I don't know. I'm also hearing mantle, so I don't know if that makes sense. Excuse me, I'll always burp on camera because it's a release of energy. But anyway, I feel like there's this very unbothered energy about you. Like, certain things that maybe would have bothered you in the past are no longer bothering you anymore. Now, I do feel like there is a love message attached to this, because I feel like you've healed, or you're actively healing certain triggers. You know, so for example, let's say like the person that you're interested in has gone quiet on you, you know, but like they're posting and they're out, and you know, maybe in the past you would have been like, you know, Nancy Drew, like trying to figure out what's going on, where they are, who they're with, yada yada. But this time, actually, you open it, you see it, and it doesn't even bother you. Like, you kind of just go on with your day. You know, whereas in the past, it would have like sparked some feeling inside of you. I don't really think that that's happening anymore, and I feel like that's a really positive sign that you've healed a lot of wounds. And when you get to that point, I feel like that's when true love comes in. And so I don't know, I think we're dealing with two groups here. Like, some of you have somebody already in mind, some of you have not met this person yet. Now, I guess I'll start with with the people that have someone in mind. Wow, I am stumbling on my words, and I think that's indicative of communication. For a lot of you, I do believe it's sort of this touch and go energy. I feel like when you met this person, neither of you were ready, and I feel like ultimately, like, there was some distance or separation, but you guys kind of still stayed like in each other's lives in weird ways. Like, I don't know, maybe a little communication here, a little communication there, something of that nature. Also, for some of you, you could have met through like community, or like, I guess by community I mean like friends, family. Like, I feel like there was some organic introduction here that brought you guys together, but at that time neither of you were ready. And honestly, I feel like there absolutely is a reason for this separation. It's like divine timing. It is divine timing. So with that being said, I feel like you're going to receive communication, but not just any communication from this person. It feels like a forward moving sort of conversation, heart to heart conversation. It feels like there's sort of this energy around like getting things out on the table, getting, you know, on the same page, and sort of, I'm hearing like freeing yourself a little bit. Again, like, there's something that has to do with the past kind of like mingling with the present here. Like, maybe in the past you sat in this energy of like waiting and wondering, or like tracking somebody's every move, or like not feeling good enough, or whatever the case is. It's going to differ for a lot of you because this is a collective reading. But at this point in time, like, no matter what this person does, it's like you kind of have this one inner knowing, like, this is my person, but also two, like, nothing can shake you. Like, I feel like you freed yourself. I feel like you freed yourself from yourself. Like, I feel like all that's been like up here, like, I feel like you lived in this, like, I don't want to say mental prison, but like, you know, sometimes we trap ourselves in a certain way of thinking or feeling, and you know, then the situations that we involve ourselves in, so relationships, stuff like that, they almost like reinforce these beliefs. And I feel like that is exactly what you've escaped from. But not just escaped, like, you freed yourself. It's like you've broken free of the shackles that have like kind of kept you, you know, in that spiral or that loop. Now, with that being said, I do believe that this person absolutely has positive intentions towards you. And I want to say, if this is a negative person from the past, if they've been treating you poorly, toxic, whatever the case is, this is not that person. And if you think it's that person, I would not listen to the rest of this message, because personally, I don't think that you should even give that person another chance. This is somebody who's like a walking green flag, and somebody who's treated you very well. And honestly, I think, you know, in a sense, it's like they separated themselves from you, or however this went with the separation. But for a lot of you, I feel like they separated themselves from you because they were protecting your heart. Like, they're not, some people, like, I found myself in a situation years ago where, like, I was talking to somebody and they said to me, like, you know, I'm not ready. And I said, okay, like, we'll just kind of see where things go. Like, you know, which at the time, we've grown. But he also was in agreement. Like, it was very much like, yeah, let's just like take this slow, like see where things go. You know, so basically it was like a him having his cake and eating it too thing. Like, he knew that he wasn't gonna be in a relationship with me. Him saying like I wasn't ready, I should have walked away from that. And if I wanted to see where things, you know, went, it's almost like if you love something, set it free, and if it comes back to you, it's meant to be. I think there's a little like added part that we forget about. It's like if it comes back to you healed and like right. But anyway, the point of me bringing that up is to say that, like, in that situation, like, that person wasn't handling my heart with care. That person allowed me to continue to be with him, you know, and kind of wrap my heart up in this situation, you know, and ultimately, like, I wound up hurt because he still didn't want anything, you know, down the line. But this situation is different in that this person took a step away from you. So they're not being intimate with you. They're not engaging with you. They're not allowing feelings to grow, or, you know, they want to see you. They want to be around you. Like, they love you. But there's sort of this energy around, like, not wanting to have their cake and eat it too. Like, they see the cake, they want the cake, but they're not going to be selfish. Which honestly I think is very admirable. So I do think that's for some of you who, or for most of you who have someone in mind. Now, for those of you who don't have someone in mind, when you get into this energy of just like peace, and you're feeling grounded, and like, you know, just certain things like don't bother you anymore. Like, I feel like there's a lot of petty shit. Like, it's kind of just like falling off of you. You know, that's when I feel like you meet someone good. And I feel like that's going to be like, I'm hearing like kingdom spouse. And the same thing for the other group too. This does feel like divine counterpart energy. And that's the other thing, you know, in terms of timing. Like, it does kind of feel like, I don't want to say right person, wrong time, but like a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, and obviously I'm talking about the other group here, but like, timing is everything. You know, people say like, oh, I don't believe in right person, wrong time. Like, well, everybody's journey is different. You know what I'm, there's a reason that these sayings exist. Like, and I'm not saying that like all of them should be like taken into consideration with every relationship. Like, I've said this in previous videos, like if they wanted to, they would, you know. I don't really like, yes, in like the example that I use, that was something that I probably should have listened to. But like in other situations, you can't apply that to everything. So I also want to caution you in listening to other people. Like, follow your heart, follow your gut. And let me tell you something right now. It's not going to lead you astray, because you've come to balance within yourself. If you, I can't talk. You've come, you know, into union with yourself. That's the most important union. I was listening to someone recently, I think it was the Hermit Tarot on YouTube, and she said, you know, you can never be lonely when like you're in union with yourself, or like, I don't know, it was sort of like a nod to self-love. But I think for most of you, you understand what I'm saying. This is going to cut off, so I'm going to leave that there. But I hope that this was helpful. I really, you know, I hope that it resonated for you guys. And definitely let me know if it did in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Rock and roll, my spiritual gangsters. I will be back soon with another message. I love you guys so much.